Hi everyone. Today I want to start this video by reading something from A Course in Miracles. I just read it yesterday and it touched me so deeply. It's just so much peace in these words. So I just want to share with you all. And this is from the workbook lesson 342. I let forgiveness rest upon all things, for thus forgiveness will be given me. I thank you, Father, for your plan to save me from the hell I made. It is not real, and you have given me the means to prove its unreality to me. The key is in my hand, and I have reached the door beyond which lies the end of dreams. I stand before the gate of heaven, wondering if I should enter in and be at home. Let me not wait again today. Let me forgive all things, and let creation be as you would have it be, and as it is. Let me remember that I am your son, and opening the door at last. Forget illusions in the blazing light of truth, as memory of you returns to me. Brother, forgive me now. I come to you to take you home with me. And as we go, the world goes with us on our way to God. This is the message that truly heals and truly brings peace. There is no other message that can bring peace to the mind if it just reinforces different kinds of illusions. One better illusion to replace not so good illusions. And yet, truth is so comforting. And let us not fool ourselves anymore to try to find peace and comfort and healing in the illusions that we have made. It never feels so real to us that only truth comforts us. Only truth can set us free. The chaos, they are just illusions. And not only that they're illusions, but we're given the key, we're given the means to prove that they are nothing but illusions. The key is in our hand right now. And the key is forgiveness. As long as we still believe any part of the illusion is real, we really need to use the key because the key is the only way for us to be convinced. There is nobody else that needs to be convinced but ourselves. And it is only ourselves who have to use the key of forgiveness, because it is ourselves who are in great need to know the truth and to feel peace. And our identity is in God. And our identity cannot get sick and cannot die. When we know the truth of who we are, we will not believe in illusions anymore, because we see that these illusions rise up out of a mistake, rise out of a misunderstanding of our own identity. There is no identity in the world. It is all but a reflection of a mistake of our own identity. When that mistake is corrected by forgiveness, this world will cease to be what it is. And the gap that we're experiencing of what we believe to be the reality and the actual reality, that gap is to be bridged by forgiveness. That is our true function, while we still believe in any kind of illusions. That is the only function we have. In this world that seems to have many opposites and many external things and people, forgiveness also takes on this form of seemingly we're forgiving someone else. We're seemingly forgiving something external. Even though that is what it seems, the truth is always that we're forgiving the mistake that we have about who we are. The mistake in thinking, the mistake in believing our true identity. Forgiveness is forgiving ourselves. And yet, in this world that seems to be inner and outer, forgiveness seems to be forgiving other people, and it has to be that way. But forgiveness is the only thing in this world that goes against the purpose of death. Forgiveness is the only thing that brings the mind back to the remembrance of God. Everything else, every goal, every desire to have a better illusion to replace a sadder illusion, any of those are still to reinforce illusions, and hence all of those goals are still lead to death. Death is close. Death is so close to us. Death is not far in the future. And right now, what is going on in the world is bring it to the face. Let's not fool ourselves anymore. But we can rise up from death, because who we are cannot die. To rise up from sickness and death is to remember who we are. And the key to remember is through forgiveness in this world. And forgiveness is so misunderstood in this world. Jesus actually says in the pamphlet, the supplements of A Course in Miracles, Songs for Prayers, I think it is called, the Song of Prayer. There is a section called Forgiveness for Salvation. And he actually says, all forms forgiveness takes that do not lead away from anger, condemnation, and comparison of any kind, a death. And forgiveness for salvation has one form and only one. It does not ask for proof of innocence nor pay of any kind. It does not argue nor evaluate the errors that it wants to overlook. It does not offer gifts in treasury nor promise freedom while it asks for death. So what does that mean? It actually is good to admit to ourselves then we don't understand forgiveness. Then we need a teacher to show us what true forgiveness is and how to forgive. And God has sent his teacher to us. And we have to allow him to show us what forgiveness is and how to forgive according to his plan, according to the form he selects. And we have to step back and not judge any form forgiveness takes, any plan that it takes. We have to take great humbleness to say to the Spirit that we need you to teach us how to forgive someone or some situation or the thoughts that is tormenting me in my mind. And we have to let him take the driver's seat and us not to interfere. So when someone asks or someone shares anything that would trigger us, we need to know it's a call for love. And we need to allow him to answer the call for love. We need to allow him to answer the call for love. Not the one who is a student, who is the one that needs to learn, who is the one that needs to listen. We need to give the teacher's role to him. We need to give the driver's role to him. That is how we bridge the gap from this illusory hell to total freedom and total peace and remembrance of who we are. Isn't that good news? That our reality is not this. And it is okay that we don't know it fully, but we just need to admit that we don't know. We don't know the purpose of all that is going on. And we need a teacher to show us how to use the key. That is the good news. And let us not put aside what is truly important to us anymore. Let all of this just to serve us as a reminder, just to serve us as a reminder that there is a great need to fulfill our function, to be happy, truly happy. To rise above from sickness and death, all of them, all of the grievances, all of the hatred, all comparison, all competition, all unworthiness, everything. And that is our calling together. Thank you.